like to show you one way that you can make egg rolls. And there's many different ways, but the main thing is that you have some kind of cabbage and stir fry that you season, and then you're going to use that to stuff the wonton wrappers. So I was going to buy Chinese cabbage today, or Napa cabbage, and shred it myself, but it costs so much more than the coleslaw packaged slaw that I just didn't want to spend the extra money. So I'm using, this is the angel hair slaw. I'm using a yellow pepper and just a little bit of diced onion for flavor, but the yellow pepper is for the color. And that's what you should do. Think about the last time you had an egg roll, or go have one. And when you're eating it, look inside, what's in there. So I think, there's usually shrimp or pork and some cabbage and some colorful vegetables. So I don't eat meat, so I'm using the Morningstar crumbles, I'm using the slaw, I'm using yellow peppers, and that's it. I've used sweet potatoes before, I've used, something to make it orange, and I don't always flavor it the same. This time I'm going to use ginger and rice wine vinegar. But I've also used ginger and light soy sauce, and I've also used only the balsamic vinaigrette from Walden Farms. Just depends what you feel like. So you make the stir fry, and then you drain it. So you cook it good, and then you drain it. But when you drain it, catch the liquid and cool it, because it's easier to work with and roll in the wonton wrapper if it's cooled. So you begin our diced vegetables here, and you're going to simmer fry these a little bit, and then you'll add the slaw and the boca, or Morningstar crumbles, and simmer them as well. I think I'll use about a teaspoon of the ginger, and I'm going to wait for the rice wine vinegar in after, when the slaw's in there, cabbage. The wonton wrappers, again, they're in the produce section at the store. It's the same wrappers that I used when I made the pizza pockets and the dessert tray with the apple wonton. Except this time I bought the full sheet wraps. And I remember in the past, a friend and I, we made miniature egg rolls, so we did use the square ones. The small square ones. But today I'm going to go ahead and do a full wrap. And these are going to be baked egg rolls. And they're going to have, I'm guessing, I will know the answer, but I think between 80 and 100 calories if I remember the last time. And I'm just making some so I can demonstrate how to do it. So I'm not making a very big pan of the stuffing. The stuffing. And smell that ginger. Like I've told you before, if you leave the wrappers on the counter, they'll be easier to work with. But I've also told you before, and I'm not following the rule, don't leave them uncovered because they'll dry out, and mine are starting to dry out. But this time I bought the Nasoya brand. It was the only brand the store had, so that's what I got. I'm going to go ahead and put in 2 cups of this angel hair slaw. A bit more water. A little bit of this rice wine vinegar. And then, you can serve a light soy sauce with them when you serve them, too. I guess the proper way to say that was, you can serve them with soy sauce, if you like. So I'm going to simmer this down. And I should have something orange in here now. I'm disappointed that I don't. I don't think it's colorful enough. But it's kind of late now to add anything. And you could add an orange pepper now, but if you want to add a sweet potato or butternut squash, it'll take too long because it takes longer to cook than these vegetables. But still, they're okay, actually. Now that I'm stirring it up, it's more colorful. Could have added something red, too. That's how I want you to start thinking when you cook your food. Make it colorful. Usually, the more color, the better, and the less white, the better. Our slaw has some green in it, so that's okay. So it's going to cook down for a few minutes, and then I'm going to strain it, catch the juice, let it cool, and then I'll show you how I wrap the wontons. I'll put them on a baking sheet and bake them in the oven.